Goodfellas sits at the top of many mountains. It's arguably the peak of Scorsese's career, and it definitely stands as one of the last great gangster movies. It's one of the most loved films out there, considered a classic by many film fans. For me, it's up there with The Godfather as not only a pinnacle of gangster movies, but cinema in general. Goodfellas is a movie about the glamour of being a gangster. It actively promotes the star lifestyle of being a good fella, and of course it promotes the inevitable downfall. I think this is where the movie's strongest element lies, the way in which it portrays the downfall. A lot of movies will build up to a point and then have everything crumble down, but Scorsese completely diverts this narrative stream. He opens up the movie with the exact moment where the downfall starts, and then strikes right into the glamour. We're then taken through the whole movie with the knowledge that everything happening isn't quite right. Yet we still want to be one of the gang. The lifestyle is irresistible. We know that sooner or later everything's going to go downhill, but all we want to do is join in the fun regardless of the consequences. This is one of the movie's main themes. While other stories might leave it at bad stuff is bad, Goodfellas always leaves the door open. Even at the very end, after everything, Henry Hill still wants to return to that very lifestyle that destroyed him. The movie tells us that being a good fella is so great that even after it's destroyed your life, it's still irresistible. This immerses you into the movie in a glorious fashion. Immersion is an important part of the film. It's what makes it not only a good watch, but a good second, third, fourth, fifth watch. Not only the idea of the good fella, but the Goodfellas themselves. They felt so real and genuine. I completely understood our protagonist's admiration for them. My desire to be in that world is what keeps bringing me back to the movie, which is quite smart. Not only is that effect a major theme in the narrative, but a device used in the movie's rewatchability. The performances in this movie really will go down as one of the best coming togethers in cinema. Everybody played their part perfectly, building up this fantastic world of different personalities and characters. Ray Liotta perfectly captured what I was experiencing throughout the movie. He was a strong anchor point for the narrative. And probably the most impactful character was played by Joe Pesci, quite easily one of the most intimidating performances I've ever seen. Of course, also Robert De Niro's character I think gets less credit than he deserves. He is quieter and does take a back seat, but really is behind most plot points in the movie. He brings a touch of sharpness to the movie that really gives some scenes that extra edge. The list goes on, the actors and their chemistry just cement the movie. Goodfellas is a magnificent journey through the life of a gangster, but ultimately it's about questioning what you want. You'll find yourself rooting for bad guys, going against your own moral code and wanting to be a good fella. The opening line from Henry Hill resonates with you throughout the whole movie.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.